Hey everybody, it's the Last Robokai here, and it's time for more Fate Samurai Remnant, and we're on the Yagyu Sword Chronicles. I'm joined by Cool Guy.
Ahoy!
And we are investigating a murder, of which Iori is also probably going to shortly be accused of, because he and Saber found another dead body. On top of that, they've also run into a suspiciously capable swords master servant by the name of Yagyu Munenori of the famed Yagyu school. They practice a particular sword style known as Shinkei-giryu or something like that. I actually probably should have had that up before I said it out loud. And they're really damn good at it. And in fact, so damn good at it, you can still find their dojo today. And so we're going to be heading in to see how Iori's going to handle what is probably going to very shortly be him being on a wanted poster. So let's get stuck straight in.
筋切りに間違われるとはそれはまた災難だったな二人とも
I mean, good summary.
筋切りは各地で相次いでいるらしい貴殿らは何か知らないか
Well, apparently there's been more than just the one mere murder.
お前たち以上のことは今のところ赤坂では筋切りの話も聞かん
そうか赤坂は屋敷町役人を狙う辻切りが起きても
Working their way up.
Or it's also, because it's got so many government officials, it might have closer oversight as well. Because we did know that the one who got killed was fairly unpopular. And usually you're unpopular as an official if you're corrupt. And yeah. Servants and other things popping up, monsters, ghosts, all manner of crazy things appear when the ritual's running.
Contacting Zheng is a pretty canny move on Iori's part, since Zheng is, like, as Zheng puts it, like they're functioning with an alliance, and Zheng is much better connected to the local officials than he is.
Yeah, Iori's not silly. He does all the right moves in here. He just wasn't fast enough to do the one right move he needed to do, which was not stand near the body. Would have been easier for him if he turned up after the officials arrived.
Easy to get Saber to chill out if you're chilling out for the purposes of food. Mm-hmm.
朝からなんだかや
ネズミ一匹逃しては
こ
ならぬぞ
の騒がしさ
I mean, it makes sense. They know where he lives.
宮本伊織はおらぬか
そのようだ
隠れようとも無駄だ話がある遠く出てくれがよい
It's been like an entire day, dude. Like it is now daylight outside. They asked some questions.
I don't know. It's not like you can easily gather people up in this day and age. You don't have the telephone. Oftentimes getting a posse together would take like the whole entire day onto itself.
Just whoever got the posse together was really good at bellowing. Just fully brass lung.
宮本伊織貴様には昨夜上野にて辻切りを行った疑いがかかっておる
だそうだぞ伊織
落ち着け何やら誤解があるようだ格之進殿確かに昨夜は上野を訪れたがそれは助之進と会う
Yeah, they told him to go there.
True.
そもだ助之進に会えと言ったのは
I feel like I always slightly preempt Iori.
言い訳無用同心たちが全て見ておるわ無残にも切り殺された死体の脇に立つ貴様を
そういえば同心たちも貴殿に似た剣幕だったな確か中村殿の命がどうとか
黙れ口答えするかとよりそれがしは怪しいと思っていたのだ。先生もああ言っておったからな。
先生。
あまたを切り捨ててきた達人ないし達人の指導を受けし者。
Man, this guy is really bad at this whole arresting
そ
thing.
のように死体を見た先生は言っていた。
What are you doing chatting with the guy you're ostensibly there to arrest? You don't even have to read him his rights. That isn't something that they have in this era. So just say shut up, come with me.
Well, I think if you can generally tell from Kakunoshin's voice, he's fucking terrified of Iori.
Yeah, no, he's yeah.
Like, the last thing he wants to do is to go and try and arrest this guy, and he pulls swords because he knows he'd be dead instantly.
撃ってくれ。
御意命を受諾ご覚悟
ご覚悟ご覚悟。
Yeah.
いおり、こうなれば仕方なしだな。
Trying to make you feel less guilty about it by showing that these mysterious swordsmen are clearly being programmed somehow.
まったく手間取らせてくれる。そこ
You can't see the mind control eyeballs, so it's hard to say. Doesn't seem like they're glowing though, so.
火の型。
That just means it's a different kind of mind control. Mind control is sort of one of the basic currencies of the Fate franchise. I've been slowly cottoning on.
But we've seen glowing orange eyes and glowing purple eyes. Are you telling me there's a forbidden third glowing eyes color?
I'm telling you that that the forbidden technique might be no glowing eyes.
No, that's rude. I'm pretty sure that's against
That's
the
just
rules.
silly, right?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of silly.
Whoa, snake be upon ye.
いおり、
なあ。
何をやっておるのだ方々。辻斬りが逃げてしまう。さっさと追え追え。
御意
このままではそれがしがかくなる上は先生にご足労を願わなくては。
Sure. I am definitely a good constable.
妙な連中だったな。均質というか、なんというか、まるで血の通わぬ冷ややかな剣ばかり。
セイバーも感じたか。まさに均質。瓜二つの剣筋。同じ死に学び、同じ時を歩み、鍛えたとしても、ああはなるまい。
ま、私の敵ではないがな。それより、これからどうするつもりだ？
Living up to the gremlin
君。
categorization again, refusing to think about something strange or
この
difficult
分
more
で
than
は
is absolutely
江戸の町を
necessary.
追われてしまうのでは？
いや、未だ手配書きが出回った様子はない。あの与力、今朝は同心を率いていなかった。
そうなのか？どうにも見分けがつきにくいが。
That is a very important thing to note. Those were not constables.
しかも、あれは
They were not dressed as constables, they did not fight like constables, they did not behave like constables. So, Kukanoshin's doing this on his own for some reason.
ならば、ゆうべのあの男に聞くのが早いな。あれも柳生と名乗ったはず。
あ
では、吉原だな。会う約束をしただろう。
Yeah, we did say we were going to meet Sukenoshin and Yoshiwara to keep his horn dogginess in check.
柳生の影ありか。偶然。
Yagyu to the left of me, Yagyu to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with Seven.
So yeah, the Yagyu are a thing that just keeps, kicking up, which is why it's the Yagyu Sword Chronicles and not just the one Yagyu Sword Chronicle.
待てセイバー。隠れろ。
どうした？追っ手はいないぞ。
いや、妙に荒くれ者が多い。おそらく
浅草の浪人なんだろう。吉原に来るのか。
I've got a bad feeling about these people who just so happen to be talking about us.
多いよで。
Either heaven blessed or supernaturally perceptive, this man.
見つけるぞ、宮本伊織。
So now I guess there's a bounty out as well.
Notably with thugs.
まさかだったな、イオリ。
Yeah, still not reputable sources coming to arrest us yet.
しっかり狙われているようだぞ。
Well, at least Saber is having fun.
The dead look in Iori's eyes.
これは首に金でもかけられたか。通りを歩くのはまずい。まずは太夫に会い状況を確かめ。セイバー？
どうしたイオリ？何を恐れることがある？
There's a fight to be had, damn it.
こんな連中さっさと乗せばよいだけだ。ほら行くぞ。
伊織？てめえまさか宮本伊織の連れ合いか。
うん、そうだが。
女連れで逃げ回ってんのか、宮本伊織。とんでもねえクソ度胸の野郎だぜ。
Probably the most flabbergasted in Saber's behavior that Iori's ever
He's
made.
so mad. Like he wants to be mad, but he can't really be mad.
やれやれだ。
Bad news travels.
大金は俺たち。
What a great chapter heading.
血まなこというやつだな。
Just love that, like, quarrelsome man.
I can't help but wonder what that word was originally in Japanese because that is quite a translation going on there.
Absolutely.
Gain of power.
Yeah, it's bopping time.
Oh man, it feels like such a damn overkill to break out gates of Babylon against a bunch of random mooks. I'm not complaining, by the way. Like there's no kill but overkill.
Yeah. Plus, it counts as defeating enemies with magic, and that is still, like, another thing I have to complete for, like, Sukenoshin stuff.
やはり手早く終わったな。
ああ、だが以後はやめるように。
なぜだ？
Why can't we beat up every underclass weirdo in this city?
私を立てねばならん。それより前に目立つのはまずい。目立てば目立つだけ新手が押し寄せて証に届くことなく金も稼げず。
それでは米はどうなる？朝毛は？夕毛は？
買えなくなるな。
He has to use the ultimate weapon.
Good man.
では仕方ない。以後は目立つまい。
Yeah, Iori's not wrong. The game of telephone that could result, you know, even though the telephone hasn't been invented yet, would be horrible. It's like Iori was seen defending himself from thugs, becomes Iori was seen fighting in the street, becomes Iori was murdering people in broad daylight as everyone just gets whipped into a frenzy. So you kind of want to try to avoid that.
その前に三浦屋によるぞ。まずは太夫を頼る。かくまってもらって助かる、太夫。
まあそりゃ同盟相手だからね。とりあえず一息ついておくれよ。
Just don't offer them
ここなら
lunch.
大丈夫さ。誰が来た、何を話したうんぬん、漏れやしないよ。
Discretion guaranteed.
にしても、また揉めたもんだね。私の聞いた話じゃ、ここ最近の辻斬りはみんなあんたの仕業になってるよ。
そうなのか？大変だな、イオリ。
It's a tough break for you too, Saber.
まあ、侍の方が疑われるのは当然だ。
なんでも北町の与力とやらが宣告お奉行様に強く訴えたそうだよ。調査が足りなかろうがひっ捕らえねば奉行所ひいては幕府の沽券に関わるってね。
与力というのは
中村格之進だろう。あの後奉行所に
That is the big thing. They don't actually have any evidence on him.
あの与力を知ってるの
It's
か。
one of his saving grace.
知ってるというほどでもない。ただ
We know of
2度
him.
ほど顔を合わせたが
Twice was enough.
そりゃ運がなかったね。中村何がしといえば悪どい噂のあるお人だよ。
And he has lived up to those rumors quite effectively already.
病人に濡れ衣着せて捕まえちまおうって話さね。
So this is just a pattern for him.
あの格之
Well, this particular case, he seems pretty certain it was Iori.
な様子だ。
妙かい？
ああ、ひどく下手人を恐れているようだ。そのために目が曇ったあたりか。
あの怯えようただならぬものであったな。
ああ、それで合点が言ったよ。
何にだ？
吉原にゃ同心や岡っ引きどころか褒美目当てのならず者まで溢れ返ってるのさ。辻斬りの下手人捕らえりゃ褒美が出るなんてめったにあることじゃない。だけど与力様が妙なくらいに怯えちまってるとくれば
合点も行く。
He obviously thinks he's a target,
師匠は吉
Right.
which means nobody likes him. And they've already kind of put it out that he is unpopular, at least amongst Ronin.
いや、十分に助かった。耳の速さ、さすがだ。
His biggest fear would likely be running into Iori and getting
誠の下手人をあげる必要がありそうだ。
getting bisected, trisected.
誠のってあんた辻斬り捕まえようってのかい？
Is that really surprising, Dayu? It's the only way to clear his name.
義どころではないからな。
そりゃあまあ道理じゃあるかもしれないけどね。
私は依存ないぞ。辻切りとやら相当に使うようだしな。
頼もしいな。
No, shit. That was the most sarcastic response he could have given
na
Saber.
るもんかね。話は分かったけどね。二人とも重々気をつけるんだよ。
Well, this should be fairly nostalgic. This isn't the first time we've had to creep around Yoshiwara.
まあ言ったな。
Dear.
安い道がない。
I might use this moment just as an opportunity to talk a little bit about Munenori again. Or more importantly, Munenori and Musashi in Fate Grand Order. I mentioned at the end of the last episode that the way that both of them appeared was
なあ、
together, and it was in a little scenario that they added when they brought about Musashi as a servant, which is always very interesting because the Musashi you encounter in this little story is still a normal living person. So, like, the servant that you summon, technically, I guess, isn't canon to having joined Chaldea until much later. But what was kind of interesting about it was that
野放しにはでき
it starts out essentially with Musashi in a duel with Munenori, and at the time, Musashi was losing because Munenori was way better of a swordsperson than Musashi thought.
Right.
In fact, Musashi complains that she had been told by other people that Munenori was a prestigious, prestigiously ranked swordsman, but was actually mediocre with the blade. And when she sort of complains about that loudly, Munenori remarks that he basically hides his power level so as to not bring trouble to the Tokugawa. Which was kind of an interesting statement to make because I'm pretty sure normal history, Munenori had no such thing going on.
No. So the quirk about Munenori versus a number of other famous swordsmen around the time period was his method of publicity. He didn't do a whole lot of self-promotion personally, but he certainly didn't go out of his way to try to suppress any rumor. It was a little bit like the way Davy Crockett did, grew his own legend in American pioneering legends or whatever, right? Crockett didn't brag very much or promote personally. But if somebody else wanted to start talking about him, he wasn't about to correct them and play it down.
Yeah. So during this fight, Musashi is like, "Oh, this could be it. This could be it. I think I'm going to actually die here." And then she sort of feels that familiar tingle, and she sort of laughs and goes, "Oh well, I guess we won't be continuing this fight. Sorry, I gotta go." And she's whisked away, and sort of whisked away to this island of Oni in like another world, which the Master of Chaldea in Fate Grand Order is drawn to in their dreams as well. And they have a little adventure together before parting ways. And it was just kind of interesting because that's kind of how Shimosa starts as well. But what makes it so interesting in that regard is Shimosa is a sort of an alternate history sort of time period for Japan and things like that. And the story of Shimosa was simply that some people started this ritual. In fact, it was similar to Musashi, dimensioning traveling Amakusa Shiro in this particular case, who did it. And he was basically trying to bring down the Tokugawa of this sort of alternate history Japan, operating in the region of Shimosa. And he was doing so by essentially casting this ritual, which was summoning specific servants, hollowing them out and filling them full of, like, basically just, like, evil energy, and turning them into just, like, demons, essentially. Which is, kind of a horrible fate for any servant.
No joke.
And the master is drawn there by nefarious means. Oh, hey, it's our old friend.
This asshole.
This asshole. Yeah. And,
thanks for the clap back, Iori. This guy was generally pretty forgettable.
We're running through the who's who of Yoshiwara at the moment. I'll let this scene play out, and then I'll sort of continue the story.
Not sure that pays back all of the trouble he caused, but it's at least a down payment.
Yeah, we get to much later in the story's canon. Get payback on this guy at last. So somewhat amusingly, we get this choice. It plays out exactly the same way, regardless of what.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what choice do you have, really? Like, do you really have another option here? Yeah.
な、本当だったろ？それじゃ約束の金よ。持っていけ。確かに。それじゃさよなら。
Sayonara indeed.
But yeah, he basically, if you say no, he just goes, well, in that case, it just turns and yells out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I guess I'm getting back to it. Like, the Master is basically has this issue in Fate Grand Order, where they are often attacked through their dreams and drawn by their dreams into other locations. So their body is still back at Chaldea, but they've sort of physically manifested in this other place as well. And when they fall from the sky, they're caught by Musashi. And at first Musashi's like, yeah, I've never been to this world before. But later on, they encounter Munenori, who's in charge of basically overseeing the Japanese soldiers sent to deal with this horrible murderous creatures that are running around causing problems. And he instantly recognizes her and is like, it's you again.
We want to finish this now, or?
Well, no, he's busy. He's on the job, so he doesn't want to. And he, in fact, chastises her because she starts rattling her sabers again. She starts rattling her katanas. And he's like, I don't have time to deal with your stupid crap. And so they offer to help him. And so it sort of plays out from there. And they have to do, like, a variety of things to deal with. Basically, these 7 demonically possessed, was the best way to put them, servants.
God,
And,
yeah,
well, no.
like demonically possessed is a kind way to put it, I presume.
Yeah.
この金はもらっていくからな。俺の金。
Destroyed.
いい君だ。
Yep, turns out he ran straight into the guy he owed money. So, you know, it worked itself out. No party funds for him.
Oh, there we go. Like the way you keep swinging your camera around, it was pretty obvious that you're expecting either delicious treats or horrible surprises, one of the two.
Always search nooks and crannies. We need all the gems and whatever else we can get to level up all of the rogue servants.
任せよより。私に。
I don't trust that face.
聞こ
陽動をかける。騒ぎを起こし。
I don't trust that
そ
plan.
らすのだ。
The confident expression.
その名もびっくりドロンである。
I don't trust that name.
うかかなるほど
Yep, we're doing a bit of a callback to like the first time we were in Yoshiwara, but we're doing it in a sort of a weird disjointed order.
頼む
Because we did the running around and trying to hide thing first, when previously that was like one of the last things we did. We talked to Dayu, which also was the last thing we did. Then we encountered the guy who ripped us off, which was the first thing we did. And now we're doing like the money collection part, which was before Dayu and Musashi appear. And Samson, of course.
Poor Iori.
And yes, we are absolutely spooking the hell out of this poor guy again.
よし、うまくいった。今のうちに解く行くぞ、より。
But he was also a stingy guy who borrowed money and didn't pay it back, so, you know, he had it coming.
もう特にすごくてよ。どこ見ても美女美女美女で。
おお、それはまた。両手に離れは済むまいな。
Yeah, from
待たせたスケの
by reputation, Munenori was very professional and always mind on the job. So like that comes off as even more sarcastic than it might first appear.
He's quite happy to make small talk.
さしていとまは持て余しておらぬとも。なあ、助の神殿。
ああ、そうだな、宗則殿。音に聞こえし、柳生田島の神様の名を語るた。どんな御人かと身構えちまったが。いやー、まさかここまで話せるなんてよ。いおりさんにこんなチキがいたとはね。
ああチキ
This feels like an instance that happened at a Christmas party I was at most recently, where I brought on I don't even remember what it was, but it was some like French confection that sounded like a butt joke. And so I brought that to the sort of potluck thing, and I showed a bunch of my friends, and they genuinely didn't get it for the first 20 seconds because they thought I was too sophisticated to make a butt joke. And I was just like, I'm pleased you think so much of me, but I am absolutely not above that. They clearly don't watch this channel. That's all I'm saying.
恐れ入るぞスケの神
していおり殿。
But you know what? Maybe Munenori wants to have some sexy tea time. You don't know that.
なあ
Man's in his second youth. he can
話をさせてく
he
れ
can go have sexy tea.
Sure, whatever.
いささか事態がこじれてしまってな
Yeah, it's important to get Sukenoshin up on board on this as well, because it seems like he doesn't know either.
はい、わかった。よりきに身に覚えのなき剣技をかけられたと。
And you're not wrong about Munenori always being like on the job and ready to go. His hand is always on his katana.
Right.
Like that thing is ready to pop at any second.
It's like if you're not familiar with it, it's easy to mistake it. But like the way the sheath of a katana tends to work is that the very base of the katana, right above the guard, is slightly flared, so it click like that's what what you hear when you hear the click of a katana being sheathed. It's genuinely like clicked in there and requires a little bit of extra force to do. Munenori, with the way he's holding his sword, he can flick it with his thumb to click it out, and then he only needs to flip his hand over to pull it into an EI strike. Like, so that is absolutely hand on the handle of your gun.
濡れ衣着せたまま終わらせちまったんじゃ。お上とお天道様に顔向けができねえや。
A normal constable of Edo, just saying.
Well, he's DLC helps paint Sukenoshin in generally a way better light than perhaps he's been painting himself this entire time. We're not gonna see him ever do anything to, like, betray Iori.
Right, like, even above and beyond him being a cop, like he's also one of Iori's old buddies.
Yagyu yo, 九段の格之進、配下を連れていたのだ。イオリの言うところでは、確か柳生の剣の立ち筋であったとか。何か知っているか？
Know about it.
それはまた。我が柳生新影は乙女流。それが知性でいたずらに刀を抜くとは。
ふむ。乙女流とは何だ？
余人の目に触れてはならぬ剣である。将軍家指南役を務める柳生新影もその一つ。一門のうちでのみ研鑽するべしときつく定めたのだがな。
Which is a very sensical way to look at it.
采配で柳生の剣を振るうなぞ。本来天地が逆島になろうとありえぬこと。中村格之進とやら何かあるな。
Particularly when you add on the part that Saber's leaving out is that they were unusually precise with the specific way they were wielding the Yagyu no Kenshin. Oh, hey Samson, what's going on, buddy?
Yep, we're completing the Yoshiwara Yoshiwara reminiscence.
英霊が複数いるとこれだ。気配を察するも何もあったものでは。
Yeah, he's probably pissed because everything's going wrong in Yoshiwara and he doesn't like it.
さほどに罠ないておるのはなんとも危ういな。
ああ、まずそうだ。
このたけりをまるで出会った頃の。なぜだ？
It's not a very big mystery here, Saber.
より柳生助之進。
なあ、英霊3機の衝突はまずい。逃げるぞ。
おさらば。
Honestly smart. I'm not even gonna fuck with him. I don't blame you.
Yep, wise decision to make. So yeah, that's the end of today's episode. A little quick one, but we'll have more adventure when we finish running away from Samson.
Yeah, like that'll take you a hot second, but it'll be completely worth it.
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, so we've got ourselves a little more context. It seems like Kakunoshin is not on the level, and he's probably fairly worried that if someone's going around killing officials nobody likes, then he's definitely a prime target. But we do have some added mystery added as well, because he's been talking about having a sensei, a lord, is the word that they translated, but he was pretty much saying sensei by my ears. So we're looking at someone who has an entire group of Yagyu swordsmen who all fight in a fairly identical way. And while we could say, hey, it's Munenori, like I said at the beginning, the dojo is still around even today. Like, the Yagyu style of Shinkegeryu is, yeah, it's still going, it's still kicking. So, you know, maybe there's something going on with the current dojo. We'll just have to do a big investigation and find out, and so that's what's going to be happening next time. I've been the Last Robokai.
And I have been Koga.
And we'll see you all for the next episode, where we investigate what's going on after we catch our breaths running from the giant green hair man. See you all next time.